Man United continue to flop. Already, some of Man United fans are already calling for Ruben's head. Tottenham continue will Ange be part of Tottenham next season.
Menu you stress or no
yeah, stress ball, guys. I've got a stress ball. I've got a stress ball just in case. Arsenal pull out one of the surprising victories against the European super giants, Real Madrid. And Liverpool, finally, I've got good news. Liverpool and Mo Salah and Van Dijk finally agreed.
Why we know
on contract extensions. Welcome to the Soccer Huddle, YT. This is your boy Mojere. Welcome.
No, I'm here. Guys, it's going to be a nice show today.
Yeah.
I hope I enjoy.
Let's start with the good news.
Yes.
Mo Salah has signed. From Fabrizio, where is Van Dijk is also on the verge of signing a new contract. Probably a 2-year deal. How are you feeling, man? How are you feeling? I know you've known this for a while, but to finally be there officially, then it can lift some weight off your shoulders.
It was so important in regards to we've always been saying this actually. Aglas, if you follow we knew Mo Salah was gonna stay. We knew Van Dijk was gonna stay. Yeah. The question mark was always on Trent. Another question mark. Yeah. But yet again, it's a good job for Richards. He inherited this problem.
Yeah,
and he has solved it so far. Not from Klopp, from the club.
From the club was supposed to make them sign long-term contracts also.
But yet again, who was putting director?
Yeah, but we can now personally. For now, I would blame Klopp. And then why I blame Klopp? Especially what happened now. He's no longer part of Liverpool. Yes. Maybe he knew.
No.
That he was going to go.
What happened is that, Mojere, now we are saying, I'm leaving the high glass. And now I'm in this show because of you. Then I'm going to ask you, even when I'm signing my new contract, they go, are you still around?
They're still around, yes.
So I said, we really intentionally, he wouldn't sabotage Liverpool the way he loves it. But yet again, it's all about players. But now I'm blaming the club. The club knew.
Or this situation.
They were not in the dark. Yes. They were not in the dark. So, but they waited up until this moment. But to be short about this, so that we can move to another thing.
Yeah.
You look at the caliber, the quality of Mo Salah. He carried this team this season.
Yeah.
He has carried us. We are where we are. Majority of the goals, I will say 80% Gennady Gorilin. And yet again, Virgil van Dijk, he was crucial also, his leadership. So now, you let those guys go. How much are you going to spend to replace Mo Salah?
I was about to say now, Hore. I think for me, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but as a football fan, I think, especially as a football follower of the EPL, this is actually good for the league, keeping the quality within the league. Saudi they want to go distract this thing and that.
Guess who was in for Van Dijk also?
Oh, Madrid.
Yes.
You see?
PSG also. But PSG, actually, I think they leaked in a way, but they were not saying it directly. They were saying, prior Leno, Van Dijk, Adlosaina, and Leno, they are saying, yes, we wanted this guy, but the way he loves Liverpool, we didn't have any other option.
So that's where I was coming from is what it would have been very poor management, very bad from Liverpool Football Club to lose 3 players.
100%.
Not just exactly 3 important first players.
But let me ask you now, this current situation, you are Trent Arnold. You're winning the league. Let's be honest, we are looking at Madrid, they're in the Copa del Rey final against Barcelona.
Yes, they're in the league 4 points behind.
But the league, they are not promising what they win.
No, but they're 4 points behind. It's 2 games.
Yes.
Okay, and they have to play the El Clasico as well.
But who's leading?
Yeah, it's fine. But El Clasico plus
the same El Clasico. How? By the way, in Barcelona,
I understand, but
all I'm saying to you, Gore,
and Barcelona lose the Champions League 3.
Barcelona, they're in a pole position. They're in a pole position to win the league.
Yeah.
They're in a pole position to win the Champions League. Yeah. They're in a pole position to beat Madrid go Copa del Rey. So you are Trent. You are looking at the Madrid elobani shaky. Uncertainty surrounding Aselodi Horoya guy Wirala. Are you signing for Madrid still?
Let me throw a spanner in the works. This reminds me of, is it 2009 or 2007 when Ronaldo left for Madrid? We won almost everything.
Okay.
But he still left. Like sometimes you have to, it's about the players. Maybe
The challenge.
Yes,
on
maybe
the other side.
Dreamer wants to play for Madrid. He's always wanted to play for Madrid. That is why you got players. I think Madrid and Barcelona, say what you say about them, they still have that pull, even though about
no, they do have. They are very attractive. So do you think now currently, I asked this question the last time.
Yeah.
Do you think in his mind, percentage-wise, 50-50, 70-30?
But I think for me personally, I think the decision to leave Liverpool, he's made it from last year. He's gone. He's
we are talking about Trent and Maloba. We are hearing after Buffett Sota Auto, this Diloze, they said they are giving him a final offer.
Just Liverpool, yeah.
It's a signing fee
plus the new contract.
A new contract. From 200 to 300, 350. But here's a catch, and I'm gonna just say it to the high glass. Now they've given Mo Salah the contract he wanted and the salaries and the monies. Exactly. They've given Van Dijk the same.
But why Trent?
Why did they get the money? From Trent, because he's leaving.
Atlas, let us know if you're a Liverpool fan or if you're just a fan of football. How are you feeling about the new? They're almost like new signings for Liverpool. But
what will be? What will happen? Who Trent go Liverpool? It's another question. It's very interesting.
Bradley's there. Just maybe that not be the quality Trent, but he's there.
We have seen the drop off of Mo Salah since Trent Hobala. The supply is not there. We have seen the creativity of Liverpool dropping. But now, the thing, that creativity has to come from somewhere now because Trent is leaving.
So if you guys prepared enough for life after Trent,
I loved Adeslud press conference. I am a fellow Are. I'm glad Mo Salah is staying.
Oh, we will.
Yes, I'm glad Mo Salah is staying because here the team will be strong, and it will be even more stronger as we will be rebuilding the team or strengthening the team.
Yeah.
So I think we are going past post-Trent.
Okay, you're preparing life.
I think they have. I think the options are there. I think they've known this
for a while. Yeah, that's why I said that man has decided long ago. I think in December already he was already mind high was, or even last season. Remember Bamufile a new contract last season before Klopp left.
Yes,
they did offer him an extension. We had.
Yes,
and that was like, okay, it means the man is preparing for life after Liverpool. But anyways, Atlas, let us know what you think of situation in Real Madrid and what. Let us come to my favorite club, my club, Manchester United. We saw what's happening, man. We went to Lyon for a good 30-40 minutes. We looked good. Personally, I think we were the better team. Go the whole match. If you look at the goals at Lyon, we'll come to that. Keeper's mistake. We could have won that game 2-0 or even 1-0. We would have won that.
That game was a balanced game. You had it in your pocket, but you lost it.
No, but goalkeeper's mistakes.
Yes.
It reminds me actually for you know Manchester United, the last two ones, Ruben and Eric Ten Hag. How can level appeal? But we still get keepers of one. Because Onana did the same thing with the Champions League earlier last season. That's why we went out. He did the same thing now. Go the Europa League. I mean, those are easy saves to make, man. I don't understand, Oro. What is his problem, that guy?
At some point, I will mention this, but I'm glad Klopp dealt with it decisively. Klopp, Lucas Kyrgios or Gemam war Benzema
Kyrgios.
Yes, it's so important.
The keepers are the foundation of the team, man.
But now it goes back to De Gea Ukwezi.
But you know what? Let me just say this. I think you cannot please everyone at the same time. I remember Katawaya De Gea. I sat here with the Huddlers and I said to them, "This is gonna be a bad mistake and a wrong mistake." And I had people say, "No. Modern football has moved.
What is your take about Onana? Is he a world-class goalkeeper?
He's not a good. He's an average keeper.
An average goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's an average keeper. I think, and if we level, I think what convinced most Man United fans or no, Onana is the way to go. Is that Champions League game against Manchester City. But that game, it was brilliant. And I think we need to go back to one game doesn't define a player.
Is he struggling because he's too confident?
I think the problem with Man United, and it's not only him. Yana Vele, we might say he's not a great keeper. He's a good keeper. But I think this thing, for me personally, this is what I think. Atlas, let me know as well. I think the problem with Man United is not it might be individual players, but as well, I think the way they play, the team is at the moment, the moral of the team. A lot of players are losing confidence. You look at Rasmus Højlund, he was one of the youngest, most promising strikers when he came to Man United. And you look at the first few months at Athletic, he looked good, he looked promising, but now he can't even trap a ball. You cannot say a player went from being a good player to becoming a bad player.
Nah.
You look at Zexi as well. When he first came in, he had that slump, and then now he came back as well. So, like, for me, I think it's more of the team losing confidence, but as well as the quality of the players as well. Because, man, if you want to be a top team and a top player in a top league, you have to perform.
But here we are now, and I'm just going to mention it. We, prior to even gaming, okay, let's go to Lyon game. Lyon game, we'll say it's individual mistakes. The team played well on the night. Yeah. And then you come back to game a weekend, it was expected anyway.
Newcastle,
yeah, and why I'm saying this is because you look at the setup of the team.
Yeah, but it's not an excuse to lose that like that.
No, it's not to lose like that. But yet again,
and I'm so sad that we lost one of our best players.
We Zexi. Yeah. We know he's looking one eye elevated Lyon. Yeah. As much as he was looking at that game,
true.
But you can even see it got a setup how he gave that youngster. You look at the bench, was strong actually the bench. And I was expecting, because looking at that game, I was expecting double pivot Yonelaya, Ogatele, Casemiro. Why? Because Newcastle is so strong in the middle.
But Casemiro was out. Odrezega, Eriksen, Ogat. And I think you're right. He threw his Utanale Ateta. This is what we speak about Ateta. Are you saying, okay, league gone? Now we are focusing on the Champions League. I think that's what Ruben has done as well. But it's not an excuse to lose like that.
No, it's not.
Go Newcastle, man. You look at that game as well. There's like mistakes.
Let's start with
next to relegation.
Going
to next to relegation. But what's your honest opinion, man, of Ruben? I think he's been here for 10 to close to 11 months. Are you sticking with him?
I'm sticking with him.
Is he gone?
I'm sticking with him based on looking at what has changed. You look at Ruben, you change. There's a structure. I remember I came to this. Haglas, I think you can go back and see some videos. I addressed her Ten Hag on a problem structure, on a problem philosophy. These are issues that needs to be attended and dealt. He couldn't up until he was sacked and he was gone. So now here we are. I'm looking at a coach Moloba Nehenenu. You look at Man U. Liverpool struggled to win against Man U. Man City struggled. Arsenal struggled. So there is that philosophy Eloban everyone has been looking for. There is that structure. And I know the only thing Eloban Itengwale, I'll be honest with you, Guhoring, Daman, he must offload so many players. I'm looking at 6 or 7 players that need to go. And at least if he is able
to get the money, that's
if he is able. If why create that thing and agree players I do see him go Champions League next season.
You know, funny thing, Ovalala, so and I was actually having an argument with one of the soccer groups, and you're right. Last season, people were saying Ten Hag doesn't even have a style of play. He doesn't. Now here comes a new manager with a style of play, but people are still complaining. I'm having this argument with I think you remember him, Sba. He's been on the Soccer Huddle before that. Life saying the back three won't work, and I said to them, so are you guys saying you are asking someone who's never played a back four before to now experiment a back four? What happens if he loses the back four?
And yet again, the same fans, they are forgetting Hore. He lost some players, Palawan Naval Kigo starting lineup. Who loses a big player in Ahmad.
Yes.
All over Nali decisive on so many games. He lost him. I think Legile Newcastle, the other game, where he played.
City guy.
Yes, City guy. Because he was crucial into structure. Say, come Koloban, the manager.
He's the only winger we have who suits that system.
Exactly. And then yet again, Kobe Mino was out also.
Yeah, he was out for
Once one.
But he never played for Aberdeen.
But yet again, you can see the talent that is there.
Yeah.
Who are one or more adapted to this system. And he did say mfanonal talent and all that to play in this system.
Yeah.
So I think he has already tapped the Cabo Heaven, he has tapped into the youth system. So I'm telling you, not this guy, I'm hopeful. I don't have Jorge Molele good because maybe I didn't like Ten Hag or anything. I've always said, look, Ten Hag was not giving us anything. This guy, he's not back. That's what we need this guy. I begged him from day one. Haglas, Ruben will change Man United fortunes. And what I like, the management, the Basticalian.
No, when it rains, it pours for Man United because I think he did find like his starting lineup high, and he knew the players that he trusted. And then they were like, what about Liverpool injured? First was Ahmad, then Fanola, like Martinez was very good for that system. He got injured. Then we got Heaven. Then he got injured as well. Now Zeski was looking good. He's got injured again. Yeah. And I think we need God Thursday night. But it's 2-2 Old Trafford. I have hopes. Let us know as well. What do you think of Ruben Amorim's thing at the moment for Man United? Do you keep him or do you sack him? Let's go to the elephant in the room. The Gunners of London.
Whoa.
They surprised everyone, including us.
Yes.
We rule them out. Honestly speaking, now we're going to come back and say, if credit has to be done, and what? It was not a fluke win. They really, really deserved to beat Madrid on the day. But if you look at Madrid, I still say, people are still saying that, and also I'm saying, a comeback is still on the cards. It's not over yet until it's over, especially look by Nabo. You ask Manchester City, you ask everyone else who's played Madrid in the Champions League, they will tell you it's not over until it's over. But if the performance of last week is to go about, I think Arsenal are through to the semi-finals.
My take on this, it's so easy. Arsenal had a brilliant game. Arsenal exploited Real Madrid. Credit to them. Well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved.
2 set pieces and 1 goal, Merino, which it was. And the record says history is backing Merino, or he has scored against Real Madrid on most occasions. Okay. So, but yet again, second leg now, I think Arsenal will pull through.
Do you think they'll go and defend or attack?
I don't see Madrid. Let's analyze Madrid. Let's leave Arsenal out.
Yeah.
We are talking about Madrid that has been suffering and struggling this season.
Yeah, they've been. And
we are talking about Madrid, everyone is so disjointed because Carlo Ancelotti hasn't found the balance. He's trying to accommodate Vinicius. He's trying to accommodate Jude, Mbappe, Rodri, Enrique, Udagala. And Wadal. And he's been, every time he comes, he's assisting.
Ibrahim Diaz as well.
Ibrahim Diaz is also playing. He's got 7 attackers that he needs to agree balance. But what they don't even affect Ashifa here. Now, if you are trying to accommodate 4 attackers, where are you killing? In the middle.
And that's where games are won and lost.
That's where games are won and lost. So now,
and Arsenal has got
a good midfield.
Yeah.
So you're talking about Rice who can defend and attack. Partey is good. But today, I think he's a doubt. They're playing tomorrow.
They're playing Wednesday,
yeah. So he's a doubt. But I heard, if he's not there available, Marino will slot in.
So Rice will play the defensive one.
Rice will play a defensive one. So
why not Jorginho?
Prior to game, Arsenal. Madrid lost to Valencia. I was watching the game like this. Arsenal win. Madrid has been awful. They've been awful. I'm not taking credit away from Arsenal. They deserve to win. The way they applied themselves to the game and all that. How Arteta set up the team. How everything clicked on the day. Everything clicked. There was no threat actually from Madrid, apart from few shots from far. So, and you're looking at Arsenal team, I consider most goals. He consider less goals. You are looking at Arsenal, they are confident because they are getting players back. They are on a, I wouldn't say they're on a good run. They're not on a good run also, Arsenal.
No, but they won like 4-3, isn't it?
But they haven't been so, they've won. Look again, they've been coming all right there and there. But they've been dropping there. Inconsistent has been their name the whole season.
Goldbridge said something very interesting. I want your take on it. I want your take as well, the Huddlers. Let us know. He says, FIFA, I'm paraphrasing, FIFA wouldn't want Arsenal or Aston Villa to win the Champions League because they are not in their plans for the Club World Cup. Remember the teams of Club World Cup already been releases. But now if Arsenal or Aston Villa win it, they have to be there because the World Cup is for the champions of every continent. So he says there might be actually like Woody referees something.
Nah, I think it's
but FIFA is praying that Arsenal go out.
Too controversial for me. My Goldbreak. As much as FIFA has fumbled with Kamkolo and never selected the team, but yet again they had to accommodate them.
Chelsea, go World Cup.
Yo,
let's come to them. Let's leave there. That is for you.
Yeah,
conspiracy and come. Maresca and his friends. I saw a video at Stamford Bridge. They were being booed. The mood was very low. They're drawing 2-2 to a relegation threatened. Not even threatened. They're gone. Ipswich Town. I know Ipswich have been impressive,
Ipswich
but
have taken 4 points from Chelsea.
From Chelsea.
Yes.
As Maresca now, what do you do? We've spoken about it. We said Maresca is a fraud. As the Chelsea fans, this is it. Now they are. I don't tell everything. Let's speak about football. Let's look at the facts.
Yeah.
If I were to ask you, what would you tell if Maresca was sitting in front of us here? What would you tell him? What went wrong this season for him? Or was he right when he said his team is not ready to challenge for the league and then Ramosol?
No, he wasn't wrong. He wasn't right.
Okay, elaborate.
Here you are Maresca. Before I answer a question here. So Maresca automile season pila. Maresca was dominating, even dominated Liverpool going field.
Yeah.
Ne? Liverpool had to sit back and allow Maresca to play however he wants and have that ball and Bamuhita.
Yeah.
And they won Liverpool. And Arne Slot came and said, you know what? Looking at the threat, Eloban Chelsea poser. And how good they are. It's not easy way blow to blow by blow.
I remember he said,
yes.
In his post,
So Maresca wins. Maresca comes and be negative. Maresca comes to the media. Yeah, now we are not here for the league.
Yeah, we are not
here for anything. For anything. We are here. Now my mandate next year top 4. After next year league at the third season.
And that what nonsense
is that?
Mentality of the players as well.
What nonsense is that?
Already your coach is giving up. Also, if anything, he's already giving up.
Why are you in the competition if you're saying such things? Why are you even competing?
Maybe already was it lost in translation because English is not his man. He just said, but.
Then they asked him again. Now, after Liverpool, I think, namely, there are 4 points. I think they were playing, I don't know, I can't remember. And they drew that game and they've been just going downwards. The guy came and said this, and also Palmer said it. Also, I think 3 or 4 players.
Then they were not going in there.
So it looks like it's something it's been spoken and been told around the world. We are not here for this.
For the league. It's not our season yet.
Jeez, I've never.
So many quality players.
So much money spent.
What went wrong?
For now, I wouldn't say it's injuries. I would say it's his tactics and his structure.
He didn't have a plan B.
His structure is so flawed.
For me, I think he failed to utilize the squad at Chelsea.
Yes, 100%.
He failed to do that. Felix Batamaileno because they were not playing. Kunkuna is flat because he's not playing.
Yes.
He won.
He has killed his bench, that guy.
For me, what would explain the season of Maresca, it's Trevor Chalobah. Because he went to Crystal Palace. Now he's again his pop again. But he's not what he was Crystal Palace. But I think for me that was his biggest mistake. He failed to utilize.
Now I'm sorry, Chelsea fans. And I'll say it again. You can keep Maresca even next season. I don't even see him go top 4.
David Moyes is pulling all the miracles to Everton.
They are out of relegation, eh?
Yeah, no, but number 3. They trending. Will Forest survive in the top 3? Because past results, the last 2 games haven't been good for them. Manchester City are breathing down their neck. Aston Villa, Newcastle. Can they really keep that top 3 place? Or
Yo, I see Newcastle sneaking in it.
no, Newcastle are already number 3. Newcastle, they've got 2 games in hand.
So now I don't see
a game, not 2 games. Sorry, the game they play.
Forest. You know what is the problem with Forest?
Yeah.
And I've said it. I think on the previous show. Forest, they step up when they're playing against big teams.
No, but there's not big teams.
No.
But they haven't lost a league game. This was their first loss in 10 games.
Yes. Let me tell you what has been happening at Forest. Forest, when they play against big teams, when I'm saying they're stepping up, they're playing a different formation
than when they're playing
they are waiting for their chance. They defend. They're playing low block, and they wait for transitions and counter attacks. Come on, Banal, you and all that. They are playing. You watch their games up there, but Everton, they're so open. You will see Marelo all on the other side on the other box.
Okay.
All over against center back.
Yeah.
So you'll see how flexible and how free they are when they're playing the team is over the formation is different. But when they're playing against the top 4, top 6 teams, they're playing different. So now I think that they don't make it to the top 4.
One, at a level, before we touch on Edge. Number 3, which is Forest. They're on 57 points. Last 5 games, 3 wins and 2 losses. You've got Newcastle United. Game in hand, they're on 56 points, 4 wins, 1 lose. And that lose was the beginning.
But Leicester,
but Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace, okay.
And Manchester City, 55 points, 2 draws, 2 wins, 1 lose. Chelsea, 54 points, 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 lose. Aston Villa, 54 points, 4 wins, 1 lose. Bournemouth, 49 points, 2 draws, 2 loses, 1 win. Who's making the top 5? No gun to hit.
Liverpool, Arsenal,
or the 2 are
Newcastle. Okay, sharp. Newcastle, Man City are going in.
And then your 5th one? Because it's not top 5, no.
I think I'll give it to. It's going to be very
Newcastle close. Between Newcastle, Forest, and Chelsea.
No, now again number 3, number 4. It's Man City and Newcastle. So top 4 it's sorted.
Yeah, so it's Aston Villa, Chelsea, and Forest.
I think Forest will survive. Go number 5. They'll play.
They'll go Champions League.
Yeah. I think
I think it's Liverpool, Arsenal. I think Newcastle, Forest, City.
Newcastle, Forest, City.
Yeah. I think City will just manage to go in. I think they're picking form now at the right moment. And I think many thought,
so are you saying between Forest, Newcastle, Man City, who's going to come out top 4?
Forest,
City, Newcastle. Come out on top 4 for
it. Forest, the City.
Newcastle.
Forest, Newcastle.
City will make it.
City is number 5. Champions League, but number 5.
It's fine, yeah. But now my top 4, I think why I'm saying City will make it. City will make it on the basis of I've seen game here, No,
I know people will have me excited.
No. We now I'm gonna just be controversial, but I'm gonna be honest. And I've told you. Okay. Class. I told this guy, Pep is comfortable like a false 9. Pep have been comfortable. It's like Arteta. They've been comfortable and scoring a lot of goals without number 9s.
Yeah, man.
So with Haaland gone, he's playing differently, and they've been winning. That's why they come back and the goals are coming back. Watch come this weekend, they're playing. Who is it? I think.
Let me check for you. So you're saying possibility of them going into number 3 or number 4 is very high because of Haaland is not there anymore.
Yes.
He can play the way he wants to play.
He plays the way he wants.
Accumulating
number
Haaland.
9. Exactly.
Very interesting. They're playing Everton. At home.
They're going to beat Everton.
Goodison Park. At Goodison Park.
They'll beat Everton.
Before we leave, people are talking.
Barry.
By the police station.
Yeah.
Like it would be injustice if we would not talk about this.
Yeah.
Kaizer Chiefs are through to the first final since 2019.
Yo.
Nabi has got a better out of Godoso. This is my take. I think that game, Sundowns, from the first goal, they never wanted to win that game. Personal. That is just me. But I thought the gameplay, Godoso really failed him on the day. Because if you look at it, Sundowns were not really going at Chiefs, which I understood why. Maybe he's preserving his players for the semi-final air cave, or maybe they were tired from this coming Saturday.
Semi-final?
Yeah, first league. Maybe I don't know, but for me, they were not like from the word Gonabasa, Presi Chiefs. They didn't look like a team that wanted to win, and I think that killed them. And they scored that goal. I think they relaxed. And then what I loved about Chiefs is that when Duba scored the equalizer, he could have gone and celebrated, but he didn't. He went fetch the ball. He wanted the ball. So for me, it showed that Nabi said, guys, we need to win this. So it showed what we wanted to win it. Aranja penalty, we wanted to win it. And obviously, the controversial goal, as the great man Peter once said, I benefited. Others have been benefiting for a while. And listen, I said this, and I'm saying this for the second time. I saw this, what is that? Lucas Masterpiece Stadium. And I said this. And many Sundowns supporters, not too much. Suarez. Is it Suarez?
Suarez, yes.
He's the weakest link at the back. Your take on the game on Saturday?
The game was a brilliant game to watch. Entertaining. Now I've been saying Sundowns, they are in transition.
Okay.
Peter built that team for so long. So many years he got it right. They had a playing style. They had a way. Shushainen piano, they like to call it, which was nice to see and nice to watch. And they dominated for so long. Rulani took over and took charge and continued from Pito. Mangola kept it. He tried to change it earlier on. It didn't work out. But he was sacked later on. So Cardozo is a different thing.
Yeah, it's different tactics.
It's a different tactics, different play.
And he's not from Otona level. They were part of the coaching staff.
He's instilling or Onyago Kisa philosophy high. So there's transition here change from the coaches. So this is going to affect them. This is not the end. There's been a decline. Decline we want to run. The way they haven't been dominating games, they've been grinding results instead of just
winning them
like they used to. We knew level last season this season. He goes to Erebonano. He supposed to Sundowns last year. On the game, I would agree with you. They didn't look. Maybe it's because they are not basa adapted to philosophy system. But I'm expecting Sundowns.
Can they win the cup?
I don't see them winning cup.
But are they out?
I don't see them winning.
Will they go to the final though? Or semi-final?
They've been grinding results. Look at the draw. Which is fine now.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to win.
But from Sundowns last season, there's such a huge difference.
But I think I understand what you're saying. And I said it is, for me, it's still too early to really judge this guy because he just came in. I would say give him a full season.
This guy won last go Sundowns.
Kudos.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had the supporters, but
this guy, let me tell you, he will play this season. He won't be sacked. He will survive the Champions League defeat to Pirate.
A winner league.
Yeah, the Spanish guitar it's cafe on it's
Would you think the Spanish guitar is taking the cave? He's taking NEDBANK.
He's playing beautiful football.
NEDBANK.
Beautiful football.
And I have a Pirate.
They won't take NEDBANK it's because I saw their last game against Chiefs. They didn't dominate.
I think Nabi, I don't know why. I think Nabi Utleko Chiefs with a mentality. He's not, I think he plays like Ruben somehow, but against the top two, he really wants those wins because he knows the fever at the fans and he keep his job.
Exactly.
But I think we've lost many of those games. I think we lose.
This is our first win against the team too.
Yeah, so it is. But you can see in the game, we are still in the game. Last time, Robile penalty last
Sundowns, the last game, remember that first half where we dominated, where we had so many chances. So, all I'm saying, why I'm saying Cardozo on last, it's easy. Cardozo, Udilaga, I remember Rulani saying, errors are the error they change. I know, as Sundowns, the way we are so used to winning.
They forget the small things.
They are not appreciating the small things. Those words will come and haunt Sundowns. Let me tell you, this Cardozo, next season, why is Scott they're not used to losing.
We love you.
No, they're not used to losing. So losing to Chiefs is just a wake up call. But I'm telling you, it's not the last loss of the season. and they're gonna be heartbroken. Shema Sundowns.
Yeah, and I think also
why do you know what is happening again? They're not even aware and they're not even seeing it.
I think also when it comes to the game, Sundowns, they're not my team. But when it comes to the game, I was actually watching the game stadium, and I think Nabi's substitutions and change tactics really worked for his favor. Except and then Oliver on the other side, they didn't really work.
And don't it's a lollipop early this game.
Like I don't understand.
60-something minutes, not a lollipop.
Man, lollipop, man.
Lulepo.
Oh, Liverpool was bad that day.
Yeah,
he was bad. Yeah, we didn't
rotate him.
He didn't rotate. Remember, I sent you that long paragraph where he likes to play as 9, but he did it as well. Matching. They were swapping, and Ali Duba was playing 9, and then I told I said to him, he said Liverpool is good at 9. I'm like, he's not good because he doesn't know his hold up play. He doesn't win headers, and 3-4 times in the game he did the same thing, and I didn't. Maraduba, a short guy. He can win headers. He can hold play. And I said, this is what you want from your number 9. You don't want Liverpool to up. But I think Nabi on the day, his tactics, his substitutions were spot on. Even though some of them were injury, but were spot on. And Msimango looked very shaky. And Sundowns could see that. If you look at player Sundowns, they were playing on his side because they knew he's not comfortable. I saw that. I don't understand what happened.
Musimango has never circled the Chiefs.
And I once said
he has never circled.
And I said he's future captain never fun.
Look, Musimango, I don't know, from a guy all over coach years, maybe he was too comfortable. Yeah. Maybe he was comfortable. Coach Chiefs he has never circled.
Maybe the pressure I had supporters that choose him and you cannot compare them with
people. Miguel.
The
Doti well thing. You wouldn't even. It's not even a competition for those guys.
But this is a message to Nabi. If you're watching, please, Sirino, Astra Dal against Sundowns.
Can we talk about the offside?
We benefited. So what?
It was an offside.
Yeah, it's offside.
Let us never confuse.
No, it's an offside. It's an offside decision. I was at the stadium, born.
Yeah.
I saw the replays. That's an offside.
It's an offside.
Offside.
But we are not holding the whistle.
We benefited.
All right. Benefit.
Yeah. No. We benefited. Guys, we saw all of us. We saw it, and then the officiating PSL are from today. It has been so bad.
Exactly.
So why no benefit you want to complain?
No. They was coming to discussion. They were not even.
Police station. But anyway, Santas, again, thank you so much for joining us. Until we meet again, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it. Unless we are out.